A good campout deserves a good campfire, but not every fire is built the same. We're going to go over 3 common ways to arrange the wood so your campfire goes up in flames. Make sure you always use a designated fire ring that's well away from any flammable grasses or trees. Keep enough water on hand so you can put out the fire. And be sure to check your campground's regulations, especially those about gathering firewood. To build any type of fire, you'll need 3 types of fuel: tinder, kindling, and fuel wood. Tinder is anything that catches fire quickly. Dry bark and leaves or pine needles are great natural options. Homemade options like dryer lint or cotton balls coated in petroleum jelly also work. You can also use store-bought fire starters. Kindling consists of small sticks, which burn longer than tinder to help ignite your fuel wood. Fuel wood are the larger logs that burn long into the night. One common and quick campfire to build is the teepee. It lights easily and doesn't need a lot of wood, but you'll need to tend the fire more than the other options. Put the tinder and small kindling in the middle and build a cone of smaller logs around it. Once the fire is going strong, you can gather the wooden embers and throw on some larger logs. Be careful not to smother the flames. One of the nice things about the log cabin technique is that you can get a relatively big fire going pretty quickly. You don't have to tend it much, and you'll end up with lots of hot coals. Start by laying down a couple larger logs with a gap between them. Then place a couple more logs across, like you're building a log cabin. Be sure to leave some space in the middle for airflow for the tinder and kindling. Now add a couple more layers with some slightly smaller logs. When the structure is ready, add some more tinder and kindling and light it up. When the fire has burned down a bit, you can gather the coals into a pile and add more wood. An upside-down fire, also called a pyramid, is a great option for when you want a long burning fire that doesn't need much tending once it gets started. Lay 4 or so of your largest logs on the bottom, with as little space between them as possible. Then add another layer of slightly smaller logs across the first layer. Continue adding layers until you have a pyramid with the smallest pieces on top. Now, pile your tinder and kindling on the top of the stack and light it up. Once the fire gets started, it will slowly burn through each layer of logs, and you'll be able to enjoy the fire for hours without having to add more wood. When you're ready to put out your fire, pour some water on the embers and stir them around. Remember that you don't want to leave the fire until the ashes are cool to the touch. Keep adding water and stirring, but be careful not to flood the fire ring. You may want to build another fire soon. To learn more about camping and backcountry fires, click here or check out these videos.